Yeah, good evening all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether the voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes. Yeah. Can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear or not, whether the screen is visible or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fine, thank you. So in the yesterday demo session, just I was briefing you about this Python introduction. Right. Let me just have a quick review what we have discussed in the last session. So Python, why Python? I define Python in 5 lines. It's a general purpose programming, any kind of applications we can develop using Python, like automation applications, web applications, animation applications, gaming applications, embedded applications, networking applications, desktop applications, right? Wide varieties of applications we can develop. Multi-programming features. Python has taken some advantages from one programming, other advantages from other programming, from multiple programming languages. It has taken the advantages or features. It's a high-level language, easily understandable, portable, and human understandable. And I said can run on all the hardwares and all the operating system. Interpreted language. Python is an interpreted language. Means line by line execution we are going to see, which makes debugging easy. User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming, which provides simple syntaxes, which looks like normal English statements, right? Yeah. Now, I said there are two types of languages. Low-level languages like assembly level language or machine level language. They are not human understandable. They are not portable. They are machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system. High-level languages, right? Like Python. High-level language like Python. They are human understandable. They are portable and machine independent. Human understandable, portable, and machine independent, right? Yes. Okay, machine independent means they can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. So Python has taken the features advantages from multiple other programming languages. So Python has taken like procedural oriented programming features. That's got object oriented programming features like C++, Java. That's got scripting features like shell script. That's got modular programming features like Modular 3, right? 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different domains. Whatever domain you are from, right? Python providing separate modules for each and every domain, right? So in 2010, the usage of Java was more. The usage of Python was very less. But 10 years later, 2020, right? The usage of Python is increasing year by year. Like that. Where like Python is mostly used or mostly chosen programming language in different high-end technologies, right? Yes. Modules. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python providing for various domains, right? For data science, Python providing separate modules. For testing or test cases, separate modules Python provides. For networking environment, right, it provides separate modules. For big data environment, right, provides separate modules. For OS, for Oracle, right, it provides separate module right, to connect it. Python to connect to Oracle, right? Please be in mute.
Class.
Okay. Oracle, Python to connect with Oracle, right? Separate module Python provides. Python to connect with any database, we require a separate module, right? It is not as complex as other programming language like Java connecting with the databases, JDBC, right? Where we need to have a lot of knowledge about the drivers. But here, just 1 minute of discussion is enough for connecting to the database, right? Just by writing Python code, you can create a data, you can create a table within the database. If you write a code and execute the code, you can go and check in the database, table gets created. You can insert the data by writing Python code itself. We can update, we can insert, we can delete, we can perform all the code operations by writing Python code itself. And if you're working with different types of files, Excel files, JSON files, XML files, PDF files, any types of files, right? We have got separate modules for each of these where you can work with these files. And for mathematical operations, for statistical operations, for generating graphs, normal graph, bar graphs, histograms, scatter plots, stack plots, Python is the only language we can generate graphs by writing Python code, right? Okay. And what kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Python mostly used for developing what kind of applications? Mostly used in web applications creations where Python has got a framework like Django. At a rapid speed, you can develop a web application with very less coding. Okay, Django framework. So very less coding, not even 1/4 coding, I said, as compared with other programmings, right? Automation applications, right? A lot of automation applications are getting developed using Python. So the implementation language, right? Like data science, machine learning, deep learning, they require a language to code or to implement, right? So Python is the mostly chosen, mostly used programming for implementing machine learning, deep learning techniques, right? Even in IoT, right? 90% coding in Python, even for DevOps, writing automation scripts, even for in big data, right? Should have seen like GBs, TBs, but petabytes of data to handle or to store, to process, right? We have got big data like Hadoop and Spark. Spark especially very high speed process, very high speed processing. It's a Spark is an execution model implemented by using a language called Python. And for GUI animations, graphical user interface are for animations. For scientific applications, we have got CP. For numerical analysis, we have got numerical Python. For game development, we have got Pygame, PyCara are the two frameworks for game development. And for 3D rendering, for 3D games or 3D rendering libraries, we have got PySoy. Test cases for testing or test cases, right? Yes. And for scheduling tasks, we have got Airflow Python providing. For software development, software developers make use of Python as a support language. For business application, Python is one of the best choice for developing e-commerce sites. For database applications, Python is one. Without database, there is no web application. Even for networking applications, we have got separate framework like Twisted Python. For embedded applications also, right, we have got the famous embedded application Raspberry Pi, which uses Python for its computation. CAD applications, sorry, for 3D CAD applications, right, for computer-aided designing, right, we use Python. For web scraping, for extracting data or for scraping data from different websites like Amazon, Flipkart, right? We use models like URL, US4, Beautiful Soup models, right? Yes. For audio and video applications, Steam Player and C Player are the examples of it. And for data analysis and for desktop applications, single user console applications, right? And who are using Python today? Topmost applications built using Python. So Google using Python for its web search systems, YouTube using Python for its video sharing service, Yahoo using Python, right? Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python. Instagram is built by using Python, right? The main reason for Instagram to choose for Python, it's Python practicality and hybrid features. NASA using Python because of Python multi-programming features, right? Quora, Reddit, Pinterest. Quora, Reddit, Pinterest. These are the applications built by using Python. Netflix using Python for security automation, for subscription related things, right? Massively multiplayer online games. MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. And Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python script. BitTorrent using Python for its file sharing purpose. Hardware testing for companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they use Python for hardware testing purpose. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Yes. Reasons which makes Python super popular means very less coding. Most of the programmers or developers are migrating towards Python because of its very less coding and simple syntaxes. Multi-programming features, what all the features we see in different other programming languages, all those features we see here in Python. Interactive mode, we can easily interact with Python. Statement by statement interaction is possible in Python, which you won't see in other programming languages. Wide varieties of applications, just now I discussed about all those applications. Thousands of modules, like many built-in libraries, like 89,300 modules Python has got, right? Yes. Now, Python comparison with other programming, right? Yes. Python comparison with other programming. Python comparison with other programming, right? Coding wise, length wise. Okay, just I'll take a task. I'll take a task and I'll try to implement the task in multiple programming languages. You can just compare, right? Coding wise, length wise, complexity wise with a Python, right? Python simple statements. Accepting two values. Accepting two values from the user keyboard, and performing addition, right? Accepting two values from the user keyboard and performing addition. First, I'll write this code using Java. Later, I'll write in Python. Compare the coding, right? Yes. Using Java, right? So first we need to say import java.io.star. Public static void main. Throws IO exception. Public static void main string aux throws IO exception. Right. Input stream reader. Input stream reader ISR equal to new input stream reader. Right. Input stream reader equal to new input stream reader of system.in. Buffer reader BR equal to new buffer reader. Buffer reader BR, right, equal to new buffer reader of system.in. Okay. ISR, right? Yes. So system.out.println, system.out.println, enter the first number. Enter the first number, right? String S1 equal to br dot readline. String S1 equal to br dot readline. So this input stream reader buffer reader system.out.println, enter the first number. String S1 br.readline. Whatever string you're taking, convert to integer type. Int I equal to integer.parseInt. So just copy these 3 lines for the second number. Copy these 3 lines for the second number, right? Yes. System.out.println, enter the second number. String S2 equal to br.readline. Int j equal to integer.parseInt of S2. So this for the first number, this for the second number, right? Now finally saying system.out.println, system.out.println, right? Finally saying I plus j. Okay, this is what the coding in Java, right? Just 1 second. I'll just show you the execution in both Java and Python. Just I'm copying this code to a separate notepad file, right? Save it. File, save, right? Yes. Python 10 p.m. batch, right? Yes. Python 10 p.m. Okay, first. So here I'm saving it like sample dot Java. So I'm going to the bottom right. I'm typing like CMD to go to the command prompt. Yes. CD slash to come out of this. Change your directory to Python 10 p.m. batch. Java C sample.java. If any errors, display the errors there, right? One error string S in lowercase, S should be in uppercase, right? Yes, S should be in uppercase. String. Yes, again, I'm compiling it. No errors. Now say Java sample. Now it's saying Java. Enter the first number 10, enter the second number 20. Sum is what? 30. My class. Enter the first number, enter the second number, sum is what? 30. This is what the coding in Java. Like, I don't know, like, how many of you understood this code, right? So yeah, there are some complex statements like what is class, what is public static void main, what is IO exception, what is input stream reader, buffer reader, what is read line, what is integer dot parseInt, right? So there are some complex statements in every line, right? So you can see that code 10 to 12 lines of this code I can write within 3 lines in Python. This whatever code you are written, the same thing you can write in Python with not more than 3 lines. Okay, fine. Just I'll open this Python shell, right? One second. The same task will implement in Python not more than 3 lines, I said, right? To add two numbers, right? And performing addition. To add two numbers and performing addition, right? Yes. So first I require two numbers, X and Y. Okay. X equal to input, enter value of X using input function. Try to enter value of X. Right, enter the value of X. So here using input function, you are inputting enter value of X. Y equal to input, enter value for Y. Input, enter value of Y. Enter value of X, enter value of Y, right? Enter value of X and Y, right? Yes. Print X plus Y. That's it. This is the coding in Python, right? First enter value of X, input enter value of Y, print X plus Y. That's it. This was the coding in Python. Do you see any complex statements or complex word here? The first statement inputting the value for X, second statement inputting the value for Y, third statement print X plus Y. That's it.
Hello, my name is minus only. Can you tell me the what are topic you need to cover?
Yeah, just 1 second. At the end of the session, I'll be showing you all those, right?
Okay, no problem.
So here also in Python, just like Java, whatever value you are inputting for X and Y, they will be taken as string. So typecast to int by saying int of. Very simple syntax, right? Int of. Just say int of. Yes. So this very simple syntax given by Python. Very less coding. Just one dot py, right? Run module. Value of X is 10, value of Y is 20. Sum is what? 30. Yes. So the same output what we got for like the Java code, right? So here you won't see any complex statements or words. Just like normal English statements, you can see this, right? Yes. Okay. So one more example, right? People who are from non-programming or zero programming. I was saying like Python statements look like normal English statements, not as complex. And also the coding wise, you can see very less coding, not even 1/4 coding comparison with other languages, right? Yes. Okay. Now, one more example, right? One more example. So for example, if I'm taking some values like this, some values like 30, 10, 50, 20, 40. I've taken some list of values. Print X means print the values as it is. I want to know the number of elements. Say len of X returns the number of elements. Number of elements within the list. How many elements within the list? 5. If you got a very big list of more than 100 elements, it returns the length. It returns the length. Len of X. If I want to find the max element, print max of X, right? 50. Print min of X, right? 10. Max of X is 50. Min of X is 10. Max is 50. Min is what? 10. And I want to find the sum of all the elements 30 plus 10 plus 50 plus 20 plus 40. I want to find the sum of all these elements, right? Sum of X. Print sum of X. Sum of all the elements. 30 plus 10 plus 50 plus 20 plus 40. Just observe this output. Run module. 10 means 5. Max is 50. Min is 10. Sum is what? 150. Print sorted of X. Arranges all the elements in ascending order. Check this. Arrange all the elements in ascending order. But the same task using other programmings like Java, max mean sum means max means you will compare the element with each and every element, right? And sum means initially some value 0, add one by one element, you will get the final total, right? In this way. But here, if you want in descending order, the same thing. Sorted of X only, right? Sorted of X. We need to say reverse equal to true. Means the same ascending order. If you reverse it, you will get in descending order. The same ascending order only if you are reversing it, you will get in descending order. I want to add a new element to this list. 60 I want to add. X dot append 60. Print X 60 gets added. Check it. A new element 60 got X to the X list. I'm appending what? A new element 60. X dot remove. X dot remove 40. 40 gets removed. Print X. Okay, fine. So one more example, right? Yes, Python has got just I'm showing you, right? Just observe this how this Python statements look and sample snippets of Python, right? So 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for various domains. So just I'll take one example of one module, right? Most commonly used module like import math module. I want to see what is present within this math module. So DIR, directory of math, check it. What are math? Run module. You can see like see the pi value, prod, radians, remainder, sine, sin h, square root, tan h, tau. There are some variables like e. There are some variables like pi. So if you want to print the variables, right, within the math module, print within the math module what is the value of pi value within the math module dot e, math dot pi and math dot e. Yes. What is the output? Run module math dot pi 3.14, math dot e 2.71. So for example, there is a function square root. You don't know how to use it, how to work with the square root. So in Python, it's going to help. In Python, there is a help function in Python. Just like print function, we have what help function. Help on math dot sqrt. So just observe this. Run module. Help on built-in function square root in the module math. Square root expecting one value x returns the square root of x. Okay. So here, what is that? Help on built-in function square root. help on built-in function square root. Square root expecting one value x, it returns the square root of that x, whichever value you are providing, right? So just to say print within the math module sqrt of one value 16. So it gives 4. The output is 4. Run module. The output is 4, right? Yes. In the same way, if you say, okay, if you just observe this output, right? Still, if you want any other function, help on any other functionality, for example, help on POW. You don't know how to work with this particular function. So just say help on POW, right? Math.POW. Run module. See, help on built-in function power in the module math. Power x comma y. X comma y means returns x to the power of y. X to the power of y. So we need to provide two values. It returns x to the power of y. Clearly it is saying x to the power of y. So print math dot POW of 10 comma 3. 10 to the power of 3, that is 1000, right? In this way, you can get help on any particular functionality. And see that 10 to the power of 3 is what? 1000. Okay, fine. So this is one of the example that how to use a model, how to work any other module also. If you want to get help, Python provides help function, right? Even generating a graph in Python is very simple, right? Without any knowledge, with zero knowledge in Python, still you can be able to understand, right? Generating graphs, how simple generating graphs in Python, right? Just observe that. For that, we are importing a module called matplotlib module. Matplotlib dot pyplot. So within this, you are importing matplotlib within that built-in property plot. Instead of using in the previous example, we said math.py, math dot. Here also, every time we need to use this big name. So instead of that, as shortcut name as P or PLT, anything. So now I can use this PLT dot plot function to plot x coordinate values 1, 2, 3, y coordinate values 5, 7, 4. Some random values I've taken. PLT is the shortcut dot show. Run module graph getting generated in this way. 1 y coordinate 5, 2 y coordinate 7, 3, 4. 1, 5, 2, 7, 3, 4. But you got a very solid graph in blue color, right? But I doesn't want solid graph. I want dotted graph. Very simple. Give comma here after this and say hyphen. That's it. You will get a dotted graph. Now, just I'll take one more example. I want to see if you see the output, you will get a dotted line graph, but the color is in blue color. But I want the color in green. I want the color in green. You can just say, you give one more comma and say COLOR color equal to green. Okay, you got it in green color, no? Yes. Now a small, so just the same thing I'll copy. So if I, for example, age and income, I want to generate a graph based on this age and income values. Age values are like this: 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, and 60 years. And incomes are like this: 30 years, 30,000, 40 years, 40,000. Yes, 50, 35,000, 60, 50,000. 30, okay, fine. So now you can check it right based on this age and income. 30, 30,000, 40, 40,000. For 50, 35, 60, 50,000, right? Yes. But what are these? I want some name for this x-axis, some name for y-axis, some title for this graph, right? Very simple, right? Just like normal English statement. Yeah, PLT is the PLT dot X label, x-axis label is a built-in functionality. X label is what? Age. PLT dot Y label. X label age, y-axis label is income. And I want some title, right? PLT dot title, TITLE. Title is what? Sample graph. Run model. You can see that x-axis label, you are able to see age, right? Y-axis label income, sample graph. X label age, y-axis label income, title for it. Okay, so here very simple, right? Generating graphs in Python. So instead of plot, if you give BAR, bar graph, instead of plot, if I give HIST, histogram, if I say like scatter plots, if I say PIE, we get pie graph. One last example, right? See the coding of this Python. I want to generate a pie graph. You can easily understand, right? So I said import, what is the module name? Matplotlib. Within that, pyplot is a built-in functionality as PRPLT, right? Shortcut name. Yes. Mobile sales. Mobiles like Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, OnePlus. August sales are like this. Samsung 45 sales, Vivo 10 sales, Oppo 15 sales, and this 30 sales, right? So I want a pie graph, PLT dot pie, PIE, pie graph based on August sales. LABLS labels equal to mobiles. PLT dot show, right? Yes. Right? You can see based on this August sales, right? Matplotlib, there is a typo. Matplotlib. Labels equal to not, it should not be in double quotes, mobiles. Now say run model, a pie graph is generated, right? Observe this. In this way, we have got labels which has got more cells, Samsung, next OnePlus, next Oppo, next Vivo, right? Yes. This is what, and this is the course content I'm going to discuss, right? Once again, just go through this course content. Like if you see this, you can compare this course content with any other training sites. We'll be discussing in brief Python basics, Python operations, operators, Python IDs. In real time, we use IDs. I'll say you how to download, how to install, how to work, and how to run the code on this. Like Anaconda distributions, Jupyter, Spider, Eclipse, PyCharm, right? Flow control statements, looping statements, strings, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, methods. Similarly, like collections, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list addresses, nested list modifications, list methods, right? Similarly, tuples, sets, dictionaries in Python, functions in Python, different types, different argument stats, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, local, global variables, modules in Python, package in Python, errors and exception handling, file handling in Python, right? Object-oriented programming concepts, regular expressions concepts, Python database connection, database access, Python date and time, it's OS module, and advanced concepts like iterator generator, closure decorator, web scraping, right? GUI programming. Yes. Excel workbook, data analytics, introduction to data science, Pandas model in brief, NumPy module, Matplotlib. These 30 topics will be discussed. And people who go for full stack web development, right? Django, web frameworks, installation, project Django project architecture, Django application creations, Django views, templates, Django admin, Django models, advanced concepts, UI technologies, right? And a part of MySQL, right? So for UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript is going to be discussed. So let me make it clear about this duration and these timings, right? So as I said, like first Python will be discussed. Python core advanced application oriented models, nearly like 70 hours. Like it takes nearly 2 months of duration, 2 to 2.5 months. 5,000 is the fee structure. So all the 30 topics will be discussed. People who wants to go for full stack web development, right? Yes. Apart from this Python, web development technologies will be discussed, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, all this will be discussed apart from this Django framework. Nearly 15 to 20 applications creations, apps creations I'll be showing you. And finally, one project will be discussed. All this, right? For this, it's 50 hours. The duration is 7,000, right? As a combo, if you take, it will be like 12K. But if you're taking a package, right, entire package, you can just pay it like 10K. So any queries you have got as part today, it's an interactive session. So in the normal sessions, you'll be interacting with me. What for every statement I type, you'll be giving the expected output, right? Any
Are
queries?
you sharing the video?
Yes, you'll be getting the video. 1 second. See,
Can you explain yourself how many experience and how much industry experience kind
yes,
of thing?
so here is yesterday's demo link. If anyone has got, yes.
No, today I joined first only. I don't know demo. Today I got on demo league only.
So today everything I once again I repeated at the start of the session, right? Not a problem. If you're absent for yesterday's, you can see that first demo link. So you can see the
Okay.
demo link which is kept in the YouTube of yesterday's session. In just to go.
Okay.
Anyhow, I have just repeated that at the first 15-20 minutes, right? Okay, and you can see that payment process and the procedure, and that contact details of the online team, and the payment details, that bank details, and that contact numbers of that online team for any queries, right? Yes, fine. So as someone asked, right, myself, I'm Vijay. I've got totally 17 plus years of experience, right? So in Python, I've got nearly 8 plus years of experience, right? Yes. And
Currently
also,
you are working?
yes.
Okay.
And I also deal with data analytics, right? Big data
Mhm.
analytics like Hadoop and Spark by Spark. I'll be dealing batches on this Spark, Hadoop and Spark, but big data like PySpark. So yes, I said like full stack web development, right? People who wants to go for full stack web development, this web development technologies will be given knowledge on that, and the Django framework. Yes, yeah. So tomorrow also you can attend the session. From tomorrow, I'm going to start with this Python basics. Like tomorrow, like Python versions, Python software foundation, Python installations, Python execution modes. Tomorrow, I'm going to start with that. Yes. Tomorrow,
But all topic
once
deep,
once I
all topic will cover deeply, right? Not kind of.
So
Hmm.
it's not a 40 hours or 45 hours course, 70 hours. That's why I'm saying, right? 70
Okay.
percent spending means totally 70 hours plus 50. It's like 120 hours. People who go for web full stack web development, 120 hours, 2 months for this, 2 months for this, only 4 months, right? But only
Hmm.
Python, people who wants to go for only Python, right? It's like 70 hours course, 2 to 2.5 months sitting. And people who wants means Python and web development total full stack, if you want to complete in 2.5 months also, like in weekdays going with Python, in weekends or day and Sunday, many weekend batches are there, right? For this web development and the Django framework, you can attend those.
Parallelly, both Python and web development course
Yes,
will be.
because web development means where it doesn't require any Python knowledge, right? Where HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all this doesn't require any Python knowledge. First, this will be discussed. And after that, Django introduction, Django architecture, everything, and Django basic applications, right? Up to that time, 50% of Python gets completed. 50 to 60% of Python gets completed, right? And that too, we won't write any huge codings, right? Already in Django framework, the pre-written, all the .py files will be created automatically, right? Yes, as I said, 15 to 20 applications creations. Batches, right? Recently completed by 15 to 20. So this is my project 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all that which are discussed, right? More than 20 of them. Any batch, if we take apps creations, Django apps 2, right? More than my project 1, 2, 3, nearly 20, 21 apps we'll be creating hands-on, right? Yes, and in the normal sessions, right? Yes, as I said, what are the offerings from my side? So every day the session video you will be getting that day itself, and soft copy of the classroom notes, assignments and tasks will be provided based on that. Getting the output is not the criteria. You need to build your own code and writing the code. Importance will be given on building the code. A WhatsApp group will be created for technical discussion, right? If you got any error, no need to wait up to the next session. You can just take a snap of that error and post in the WhatsApp group. Anybody can answer, will be answering it. And wherever installations, right? Like database installations, IDs installations, Django installations, Python, all these installations you'll be doing along with me parallelly, right? If any errors you see, right, you will be sharing the screen to rectify the error, right? So this will be daily, right? This course will be on daily basis. Daily at, and the timing of this batch, right? First I said for first 1 week to 10 days it will be at 10 o'clock. Later the timing of this batch will be at 9 o'clock. It starts from 9 to 10 up to the end of the course, right? Fine. So tomorrow also you can attend the session same time using the same link, right? Any other queries you got, anyone? Yes, someone asking a query. This was okay. Yes, by the end of this class, right? By the end of this. So here I said, right, I'm discussing about procedural oriented, object oriented, and modular programming and scripting, right? Everything is going to be covered. So also like various models related to, some models related to data science, some related to big data, some related to OS, some related to databases, some related to regular expressions, some related to graphics, some related to XM, some related to data and time, and how to create our own modules, everything are covered as part of this course, right?
Any scripting oriented? No, right? Python script will cover it.
There are some models I'll be covering, right? Like OS model, sys model, right?
Okay. Database model also, right?
Database model also in brief it will be discussed. So I have mentioned here database access, installing database, creating database users, installing, connecting, closing, cursor objects, all this, right? Yes.
Good.
Sir, is this course helpful for automation
Pardon?
testing? Automation testing, kind of. Is this helpful?
Yes, yes. So today, like Python is used in different technologies, right? So even not only in testing environment, I said in networking, in data science, in big data, in automations, like in robotics, in IoT,
How
in
can I
DevOps.
implement this after getting this knowledge? How can I implement automation part? Is asking me.
One second. There is after this, right? People who go for right for testing environment, people if you go for Selenium, right? There's a separate batches available for that.
No, not saying the Selenium kind of testing. Server kind of automation.
So yes, so people generally after learning Python implementing, we have got separate models available for testing, right? Separate models available for testing environment, like Pulsar module, unit test, some models available, right, for testing environment.
Okay.
So,
No, I'm not asking my question of testing. I'm saying automation, not even UI testing. I'm not asking UI testing. I'm asking the server testing.
Yes. So if you go automation, so if like in data science or in IoT, so in machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence, right? Today, next in the coming days, you see a lot of automations going to happen, right? Using IoT,
Correct.
using AI and all this, right? So if you see in machine learning, deep learning, AI, total implementation going in Python only. No other language is preferred, right? And even
After
in
getting this course, we can
once
some
one,
percentage.
1 second, the top of the industry now, if you see the data science, machine learning, deep learning, right? The prerequisites for it is Python. You need to have the knowledge on Python, right? Yes.
Yeah, that is my question. After getting this course, you can get the idea about the
See, if you want to
other part.
implement, if you want to perform some kind of coding or implementation in data science, right,
Uh-huh.
Python is mandatory.
Okay.
So coding will be in Python.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine. So
So how
yes.
is the market for web development in Python? Because we are using PHP and Java.NET.
So
They are widely using for web development,
as
right?
I said, Python has got many frameworks like Django, Flask, Pyramid, TurboGear, right? Django is the most famous framework today used in the industry, right? So at
Right.
rapid speed, we can develop a web application using Django framework. So that's the
Oh,
reason today
my
the framework.
got it.
Yes, yes.
Got it. My query is
Web,
about actually. So the PHP is widely using in web development as like Java and .NET. Like how the career would be if we go for the web development area with Python, like Django or Flask, whatever framework.
See, 1 second, you can just check it, right? So people who has got knowledge on Django are very less. Who has got command on Django is very less, right? So competition as of now, it's very less. Now, if you see this Django jobs in Python, Django jobs, right? Lot of jobs are available. You can see it like Django, 18,644 Django jobs on Naukri. And see this 2,800 Django jobs in Hyderabad. Thousands of Python Django jobs, 42 new jobs. Many jobs are there and only in Django. But as of now, people who have got command in Django, who have got knowledge on Django are very, very less. People might be knowing like a Python, but people, there are very less people who knows Django. That's what. If you are getting updated, if you have got command, right? That's why I'm sure I said I'll be showing you many applications related to this Django. I said Django apps creations. So if you get command on this by discussing 15 to 20 applications, you will get great command on this framework, Django frameworks and applications, right? We will follow MVT architecture model view template. In Java, we see MVC. In Python, we see MVT architecture, right?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Very
So
good. Why I'm asking question? I am working in that industry after 7 8 year only. That's why I need to know the Python deeply.
Actually, we have got many frameworks. Python has got, right? Among all that, Django is the most famous framework, right? It has got its own database, SQLite 3. It has got its own application server, and we no need to write any code, right? Automatically, .py files will be already generated whenever you create a project folder, application folder, right? Already automatically it creates all the .py files required for your project. Yes.
Okay.
If in tomorrow at the start of the session, I'll be showing you, right? Just how this coding automatically, like 50% of the coding you will be getting while creating this project and applications, right? All the .py files which are required, everything will be created. We don't need to write huge codes, right? Yes. Everything taken care by the Django framework itself. Even we don't need to write, we have got many flexible options provided by the Django framework. If you're writing, I said 100 lines of Java code, we can write within 12 to 15 lines in Python. 15 lines of Python code, we can write within 2 to
So
3 lines.
logic will maybe same, na?
So here the output we are going to get will be the same. Logic in Java that and here is different, right? But the output you are going to get will be the same.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So
Thank you.
that's why like especially you may ask, okay, from last 20-25 years, like Java, .NET, all these, they were used mostly for developing web applications. But recently, if you see, Python also is used for developing web applications. Fine. So if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, I'll sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow at same time at 10 o'clock with the same link, right? Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you all tomorrow. Bye. Good night.
Thank you.